What's up, Alpha? It's your boy, Alpha. I'm looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy, and of course, we are keeping 99 talking about the one, the only Ironheart episode 4 through 6, the finale episode, the last episodes. Which, by the way, I enjoyed the show. I do have a few gripes. But overall, the show was very much enjoyable. And of course, I'm joined with Mr. Let's Make a Deal himself, the one and only Munray.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But they took the deal. I can't believe it. And now I was proven right. This show is top 10. And we can argue about top 5.
Look! I just want to note that he has changed it from top 5 to top 10.
No, I said that originally. I said this show
is top 10. Go back and watch, nigga. You
top
said
5.
Top 5. You said
I said it's potential to be top 5, at least top 10. I said that.
Okay, I'll give you that. I just remembered the top 5 part.
Yes, and I still do stand by that. This could be a top 5 show.
And of course, we are joined at the bottom with the Afro Coming 765. You know the door.
You already know your local neighborhood scumbag hitting the folks a daily dose of dirtbag saying, giving different day, all gas, no breaks, cold heart, hot takes, and everything that comes with it. Ready to tell you how I felt about Ironheart.
Yes.
Spoiler alert, I enjoyed it.
Sweet.
It was a great show, and of course, as y'all can see, we had a couple episodes, Bad Magic, Karma's a Glitch, and The Past is the Past. I'm gonna start off with mine before we do anything else, because Bad Magic was a really good episode.
A really good episode.
Karma's a Glitch. You learn. Listen, this gave Parker. Somehow Parker became the good guy who got manipulated then, and his backstory is so fucked up that his daddy kicked him out at 12. And his daddy kicked him out at 12, and then told him, "Mom died. You treat me different." Like, to be truthful, I didn't want you. I said,
a cold game, brother.
As soon as the man said, "Hey, I didn't want you," so it was just business. Yeah, I'm like, you ain't.
I was like, well, man.
I might have capped him. Off of that alone.
Hey, I was gonna say I might have shot the nigga too. I ain't gonna lie.
My boy said, "Father, how could you leave me? I was just 12." He's like, your mama died.
Like, I didn't want you. I ain't gonna stop. I did not want you, sir.
That hit, and then you see him at the table at the beginning of episode 6, and then you get the reveal of a character who is making a deal, played by Sacha Baron Cohen. He played amazing.
Borat, Borat was in his bag, brother. Borat was in his bag.
He had multiple characters playing the same character and was different each time, which is a clue to who it was, but we'll get into it. But that's the stuff I liked. Some of the stuff I didn't like, sometimes it got some part of the show got a little bit
black people.
Hey, black people. Like, they never really involved there. It just like settled on its own, which I didn't like. My guy was like, "I don't want my sister being the auto." Like, all right, it's cool. You know, I don't like it. I'm like, okay, all right, buddy. You're not important.
Look, he just let the yams get the best.
No, I did understand where he was coming from.
Okay, I justify he didn't like it, but then we was like, "I don't like it, but I'm just gonna get used to it." Nah, you like her, but you want to get the yams, so it's all right. You just want to get the yams, you gonna let it slide. You want to get the land, you want to get the yams, sorry.
Trying to get some iron.
But spoiler, you didn't get the yams.
Nope, didn't get the iron yams.
And one thing I did like about the show is Riri is not the good guy in this show at all.
No, she's not.
She's a traitor. She's a freaking traitor. That I'm gonna say it for you. She a traitor.
Like, somehow Parker is a empathetic guy who seems, if you watch the post credit, might be the good guy.
Yeah, the post credit scene, yo. I was like, this nigga just trying to figure shit out.
I'm gonna wait my. No, I ain't gonna wait my time. I'm gonna say this now. Riri made the wrong decision every step of the way. Every episode, they made the wrong decision every time.
But it made
every time.
It was a good watch, even though she was making the wrong decisions.
It was a dang good watch, even with one of the best twist endings in the MCU. But still, like that that bitch made the wrong decision. And at the very end, we were starting to feel for her. You was okay. You gonna make the right decision. Gonna slap his hand away. Next thing you know, I missed you, bitch. What did you do? What did you do?
Nah, I knew she took that deal.
Oh, I knew. I could feel it.
That's that boy after that bitch alive. Did some crazy.
I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't think she took it. I thought it was gonna be like, okay, just
Oh,
get the vision out.
Look,
And she just
soon
took,
as
she
I
slapped his hand away and kept going. No, you
when
took
I
it. I'm
saw
like,
she didn't have the braids in, yo, whenever a nigga take down their hair, you know they just made a bad decision.
She had the
I mean, we don't even know how long it was.
Yeah, she had the afro out. She made a bad decision, brother.
We don't even know how long that was afterwards. That's the bad part. I don't even know how long it was afterwards. I'm like, dude, you took that deal. Oh my god.
Even Joe Zeke Stane looked like a
Zeke Stane, brother.
He got manipulated by Parker to just do whatever he wants.
Poor guy.
And
My nigga
like,
Zeke couldn't win.
I mean, and so unfortunately, part, he was like the.
But hold on, we're getting too fast. I think we need to go by this. I think we need to go episode per episode because we're talking about the end of the last episode.
All right, let's start episode 4. Episode 4, when she found out she fucked up, and we saw the results. She was paranoid as all get out, and just ultimately paranoid. Tried to shield her mom, tried to shield her friend, and I ain't gonna hold you. At the end of the episode, I did feel like I would have crashed out when Natalie went got her neighbor, her friend, her boo thing to come calm her down, and he was like, "Man, I don't even want to be around you right now. That's messed up." I ain't gonna hold you. I thought she was gonna crash out at that point. Who did she have left? She ain't had nobody. She made her mom mad. She drove off her friend. The whole crew wanted to kill her. At that point, I thought she would have crashed out.
Yo, that episode was so messed up, bro. She went up. She went to Zeke and said, "Hey, we good?"
Man, I was so upset at her for that. Like, bitch, you the last one you want to.
He said, "Look, I'm gonna take a nap, but we're gonna have to settle this at some point, yo."
Like, bitch, you the last one I want to see. Ain't no way she went to go see him. Like, bitch,
yeah, going to see that nigga in prison was crazy.
And then she said, "Nigga, like, how you gonna do it?" I don't know.
Exactly.
Like,
guard.
I'm ready in my life. You know that. You the most.
He's like, the one thing I told you not to do, you went and did that shit, and now I'm sitting in prison, and you got the nerve to come here and try and chit chat with me, bitch.
And then mind you forgot she the one who blackmailed him in the first place.
Yes, she blackmailed him into helping her. Then took his tech. Fucking, he even told her, never forget, folks. He was like, listen, every piece of this technology is super easily traced right back to me. What did this bitch do? Go and leave it at the scene of a fucking crime. And then after this nigga goes to prison, you got the nerve. Look, the fact that, if she'd have showed up, I'd be like, bitch, if you ain't got that fucking suit with you ready to blow off these fucking doors and take me home, you fucking leave right now. Okay, don't even fucking sit down. If you ain't got the suit waiting to get me the fuck up out of this goddamn penitentiary, I need you to get the fuck on.
I mean, I was just in shock. Hey, are we okay? I'm sorry, bitch. I'm sorry. Ain't gonna get me to
bars. Crazy, bitch. I'm in prison. No, we're not okay.
Not I'm sorry. Everybody know who I am now.
Yeah, I was saying. And here, but okay. And here's the thing.
McGillicuddy for years.
And here's the thing, though. They know now, and it's fucked up because his dad's not the bad guy in everybody's eyes. Now they're telling him, "Oh, you did your father's legacy horrible," and you can't even be like, "Bitch, my dad was a villain because he died in a plane crash." Now, not as evil Iron Man.
I tried to go my whole life without being him. Now I look like him.
Yeah.
Golly, like she messed up.
By the way, he's still like a villain.
Yeah, he still looks like a villain right now. He still technically is an escapee from prison.
Hey, and he told her, yo, he's like, you still gotta see me. Like, this ain't done. You still gotta see me. That was real as fuck. When they were at the end of that episode and fucking he's about to go sleep and she's like, "So are we good?" He was like, "Bitch, I got so many weapons and nowhere to put this anger. No, we're not fucking good."
I am an escapee right now. I'm on the run. I've been mutated.
Manipulated. So I do want to ask you guys, episode 4, 1 to 10, where are you putting it? Scale of 1 to 10 on bad magic.
it might have been the most action-packed episode.
It was a really action-packed episode. That it was.
She fought all the other geniuses. Parker.
I mean, that might have been the best episode out the bunch, barring 6. It might have been the best episode out the bunch. I mean,
think 6 had a lot of flaws, but it kind of fixed them.
No, I said barring the ending, I think 4 overall is the best episode. Especially, I mean, she begged that man for her life.
But I'm saying scale of 1 to 10.
I'm gonna say a solid 8, 9, something like that.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay. I'm right there with you guys. I gave it an 8, 8.5, right in there. So, I'm sorry. So I guess we're ready to talk about Life's a Glitch then.
Oh.
That was the name of the episode, right?
It's Karma's a Glitch.
Karma's a Glitch. Okay.
Okay. Let me be fair. I like the episode because it finally gave me the link to the future I was looking for. This is going to be directly linked to Strange, and I'm like, I needed a link somewhere to the future.
That was the episode that tied us properly into the Marvel universe at large.
Because now it's like, okay, now I know what connection to try to make to this, and it's basically like, okay, if I see Wong.
Although I don't know how I feel through a whole show without Chicago, and there was no O-Block mentioned at all. Nobody mentioned O-Block.
I need a link to it.
I was waiting. No, fucking, it all depends on where she's at. She should have flown by the King Von mural at some point.
Nah. But either way, I'm happy because it gave me a link to the future. That one, it gave me a link, so I can know what to look for her now.
It did give you a plausible place where Ironheart fits in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so basically, I need to look for Strange, I need to look for Wong, and I can get some link back to Riri and her situation, most likely, unless they just go to Chicago. Like, if they go to Chicago and I see her screwing around with Spider-Man or some bull, and Spider-Man New Day or whatever it's gonna be next year, then fine. But I needed some link, so I'm happy for that. But I still hate her mom. I'm not even gonna hold you. I hate her mom. Her mom is like the most unrealistic thing in this entire dang show.
I didn't feel I get what you're saying, but I liked the character. I liked that fucking. She was okay, and this might not make any sense, but she was so fake feeling that it felt real. Like, have you ever met somebody and you're like, this can't possibly be how they fucking really are, and it legitimately is how they really are? I had one of those feelings. I was like, this bitch can't be real. And then I was like, yeah,
I got one
definitely somebody exactly.
I do want to, at that point, I do want to say something about a lot of people who didn't watch the show who complain about it because it's weird. Most people that didn't watch the show complained that this show is dissing Iron Man, which he was only mentioned in the first 30 seconds of the show.
I was to say that the show is not dissing Iron Man.
White man is bad in the show. I'm like, no, the white guy, Zeke Stane, is technically a good guy who got screwed over by her, so he's not bad.
Yeah.
That's how I know you didn't watch the show. And then you bring up Iron Man when she dissed him. All she did was she failed at something. And then a realistic response, like, if I had billions like him, it's the same thing you do when you see an athlete. And like, if I had his athleticism, you probably couldn't.
Exactly.
But she had a realistic moment and didn't talk about him the rest of the show. So I don't know what is the weird narrative that they hating on Tony Stark in this episode. She was like, damn, I failed at something. If I had Tony Stark,
it's just people looking for reasons to hate on something, basically.
That's exactly what
I took 30-second clips of the first 30 seconds of the show and just made up your own opinion on something that didn't happen in the show. Like, not the bad guy in the show. Riri is probably the bad guy, but they not the main bad guy. We ain't talked about him yet. We talked about him.
I'm gonna just be like, I'm gonna be fair to Riri, but I'm gonna be fair to her at the end of when we talk about episode 6 about what I overall think of her, like good, bad, all of the bull crap. But like I said, I don't like her mom because I'm just like, bro, where's the backhand? Ain't no way, no black mama not gonna backhand.
2025.
Like, stop. They backhanding her. Like, ain't no freaking way you talking to your mom like that. I'm sorry. Like, it's she was so unrealistic in so many aspects of everything. Matter of fact, the moment where her daughter would have been like, hey, well, that might be episode 6. But either way, leading into that, when she was like, hey, mom, I'm going to tell you everything that's going down. And when I tell you everything that's going down, we need to leave Chicago. All right, let's leave Chicago. They gone. Ain't no stopping. We finna go to this. No, our stepdad, shopping on that book. No, we're gone. They gone. We're going to stay with Aunt Nene them and the rest of that book. Like, man, please. Like, Oh,
She should have went to O Block, yo. She'd have been safe there.
like I said, her mom was just the one stickler that I had from the show. Like it was
Zeke
so
Stane was not going over.
unrealistic.
I didn't
and so
hate it
like,
though, yo. I don't know. I understand why her mom urged you, but I don't think it was.
I think her mom is real nice
there
there because her dad died in front of her, so she just real like don't try to go too hard on.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Because she even said in one episode, Riri take everything on her own.
I mean, yeah, and like
I'm trying to get in without being rude to her.
Right, you want to lean into the end, but bro, I'm just gonna keep it a being like, bro, nah, like, ain't no mama is gonna respond to half of that stuff that way, bro. Like, I told you off of the beginning, as soon as she like, hey, can you make an AI of my dead husband? Ain't no freaking way, bitch. Like, stop.
I mean, that's real. That's our world, but in Marvel world, they seen a big alien out to sea and shit with his hand up in there. And you're like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? You're like, hey, can you make an AI? Can you bring him back to life? Which could, if we talk about the ending, could get very interesting. But yeah, the episode of Karma's a Glitch. It's a lot of we learned a lot about Parker too. As we stated, we already talked about
Parker. They did a good job of making us feel bad about Parker in the end game, yo. I started off those 3 episodes being like, hey, let's get this hooded douche out of here. And by the end of it, I mean, damn.
You realize and then you realize.
But like, okay, but Karma's a Glitch, 1 through 10, same rank. Where are you guys putting it?
I had, like I said, I liked how they gave a link to other sources of the MCU so I can know where to look for her. There are parts of it I did not like, just her mom aspect, some of the connections that she was trying to make to her mom and things were a bit more unrealistic. But, she crashed out basically, and then she almost got herself on track a little bit. So, fine. And it was more or less the episode where, like, okay, we're going to get back right and get about 6, 7, something like that, maybe.
I got 7 because Parker storyline got me invested.
I agree. I give it like a 6.5, 7. Yeah. Very average. Not too bad. Nothing world breaking though.
And then the final episode, the Passage of Pax. Sasha Baron Cohen show up at the beginning. He is
the moment
with Joe and Joe left him.
I did not realize it before at all.
That's how good of an actor he got.
Yeah, that's true.
We see Parker
on the right when he was getting robbed. Like he did right. He picked on him when he was getting robbed. He had nowhere else to go. Go ahead and take this right here.
When he showed up and like, hey, you. I said, oh shit! There he go.
It's like, hey, if you can talk to me right now, you get caught by these dogs, bro. Pick your poison.
And they said, come in the door. I said, oh, that's Mephisto. As soon as I heard that, I said, that's Mephisto right there. That's him.
I mean, like I said, Dormammu not gonna do nobody like that. Dormammu don't like people.
Yeah, I would say Dormammu is much more straightforward. Yeah. Look, when I first heard them mention Dormammu, I was like, God, please don't let them do another "I'm here to bargain" joke. And thankfully, we didn't get an "I'm here to bargain" joke. I was worried it was gonna happen, and it never did, and I'm thankful it did.
By the way, for anybody that don't know, we mentioned Dormammu because Dormammu was.
They mentioned Dormammu.
They mentioned Dormammu with the friend who, if y'all know from newer comics, we got a very important character that deals with magic. Very young sorcerer.
Zelda, or what's her name? Not Zelda. Fucking is it?
Now I don't know much about her past. What I've seen here.
She's very new, by the way.
She's a super recent.
She's probably gonna be in Midnight Sun, which I think a lot of these people would be in Midnight Sun, but.
They have been. Well, we know Moon Knight will be in Midnight Sun.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters gonna be in. I think the only problem with Midnight Sun is they can't get Blade.
I was looking for a Moon Knight connection in here too, just because. Well, I was looking and I didn't see one, but
we're gonna talk about that because the shows seem to be leaning to a certain way versus the movies.
Yeah, that's actually a bit strange. The shows aren't direct. Some shows, the movies are leading one way, and the shows are almost like their own story, or leading to like.
Or they all have gods.
Set in the,
or they're like leading to like
gods involved in the shows from death.
Like they're leading to their own side stories too.
Mephisto, I'm like, oh, y'all doing the God angle, huh? We're going straight gods, and people could bring the dead back to life. We have a lot of them so far, as we're gonna talk about. because there's only a few people.
That makes me wonder. And did he only? It's kind of fucked up. She only had him bring back her friend and not her dad too. Greg got to be back too, right?
Well, that's the thing about it. I don't know because they only showed the friend. For all we know, Greg might pop up.
That's what made me think about it. I was like, damn, did they just leave
I
Greg
thought about
dead?
that too.
I don't like Greg dead.
It would be messed up if she only brought her friend back and didn't do her stepdad. I'm like, that's crazy.
Mama,
she was like, yo, I don't really need my dad back, but my friend, brother.
I'm gonna put that into my predictions for the future, whether we get like a movie connection or a season 2, which really seems like they're gonna do a season 2. But either way, I'm gonna be fair.
There's no way they're not doing a season 2 with that.
Like they not, unless you give Riri her own movie, you're not gonna be able to explain all these setup and these open moments and everything. But I'm gonna be fair. I don't think Riri is a villain. I think she's really just like I had to accept it. Not a villain, but she's really just a teenager. Like she's just a really young person thrust into stuff that she just could not handle. Like she ain't been able to handle none of the stuff she's doing at all. Like she ain't been able to handle her panic attacks. She ain't been able to handle like her grief. She ain't been able to handle the loss of her family, trying to defend her family. None of that stuff.
Too much in these final episodes.
And basically, like to me, it just almost like she was at like her ends rope when she finally beat Parker, and you know all this stuff just came back. She's just like a weak moment, and it's just like, you know what, fuck it, like. Because like the sad fact about it, I also think she's an idiot. Like I'm like, bitch, you an idiot. Because you knew, you just saw what he did to Parker, and you wanted your friend back. Because like it was also a weak moment because she also lost Natalie, the AI. So she lost Natalie then, and she had the opportunity to get it back. It was a weak moment, and he just preyed on it, which is specifically pretty much why he chose that moment. Like he chose that weak moment to get her.
That's how he got his Ghost Rider, yo.
Because he said he'd been watching her for a while. So he's been watching her, he's been waiting, and he just chose the moment she lost the AI. She was tired from a battle and showed that friend, and she just took the deal. And I'm like, bitch, you knew what he just did to Parker.
I do like that they mentioned, hold on, while we're talking about connections to the greater MCU, I do like that she mentioned how she could call Shuri, but she didn't call Shuri. I like how she mentioned the things that happened in Wakanda forever between the Atlanteans and the Wakandans. I'm glad that we acknowledged these things finally, because I was wondering in the first couple episodes, like, why haven't they mentioned the Wakanda connection or anything? So
the only thing I'm concerned about going forward for the future is just Mephisto. Two things I'll say. Two things. One, Mephisto's like overall goal, because he wanted her because he said no, her mind wants it 1,000 for a reason or whatever the case may be. Of course, he want to take her soul, but ultimately, even prior to this episode, they said Mephisto wasn't possessing people; he was influencing people. So it's like, is he actually trying to come into the world now? But he's already here in some form. So like, what is his ultimate plan doing, and what do he need Riri for, and all that kind of bullshit? That's one. But two, she ain't gonna be able to explain this shit. There's no way she's gonna be able to explain this to anybody.
Oh, she's an AI. You didn't know I could touch her.
Nah, bro. She can't explain this to nobody. The second that bitch walk out that garage and go to her brother gonna know something wrong. Her brother gonna know. Her mama gonna know. Everybody gonna know. Like, bro, you brought this back to life. The only one that's gonna be able to pick that up in the show is
Mama. We've got to remember, we don't know how far Mephisto's influence goes. We've seen many a times where Mephisto's done stuff that we think people should notice, and then they don't notice it because he doesn't.
Mephisto, he explained some of his powers when he talked to Parker. He like,
I was gonna say,
like, oh, you want me to do it to the whole city? Because I can do that shit to the whole city.
Well, to be fair, if he do it to where,
it's not out of the realm of possibility for Mephisto to, because if she doesn't know that she died, we're already talking, he's bringing people back to life. It's not hard to, if we're talking about life and death, it's not hard to influence some fucking memories, brother.
Oh, no, I'm saying, now that y'all think about it, he might do like the one more day storyline where he bring her back and everybody is literally forgotten about the whole drive-by incident and everything. That's now, but if he does that, it's gonna be such a hollow victory because she gonna still have her panic attacks. And
that's literally his MO. You know what I mean?
She's gonna be so because she gonna still have.
Thought it was the AI. Riri didn't realize that she was getting fucking actual Natalie back.
And when you pushed in the head, she's like, oh.
She's like, oh god, that's the actual. Which makes it even worse. That makes it even worse. Just like No, it makes it worse. It's like, bitch, you sold your soul for AI. That's even worse.
Yeah, but
It's
think
even
he
worse.
brought back the person. She did sell her soul for the AI, but
Like,
he
it's
brought
even
back the
worse.
whole
But
person
regardless,
'cause he's
so
Mephisto.
like it's gonna throw her off because it's gonna be a hollow world. And the one who's probably gonna be able to realize it is the girl y'all talking about, the new person that's over magic that helped her cast a spell to get the suit covered and all that. She gonna know something off because she know magic. Her mama might know something off because she know magic. And otherwise, y'all might well go ahead and bring in like Shuri or Strange or
Well, I
somebody.
don't know. They were confusing Dormammu for Mephisto,
But
so like it's not like they can't be
the
tricked.
crazy
Well, I
thing
mean, they
about
don't know
Mephisto is you
well.
don't really defeat Mephisto. You just like
I
break
was
his
about to say you
you break
outsmart
his
him.
influence.
You never really beat him. You just managed
Yeah,
to
they're
get
gonna have
out
to
of the
outsmart him, but she
fucking
most likely like they're gonna have to bring in help most likely because Riri not gonna be able
They're
to really
gonna
just
have
break
to
out that
bargain.
arm.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna
have to bargain somehow.
This is usually Mephisto's thing. I think he said in the show. He likes to. It gives him power, more power, influence.
Yeah, when people take his deals and stuff. But like he said, like
they can break free of it, but it's
but
very
no,
hard.
like he says like he won't. No, I mean Parker got broke in. And even though he still got the webs and stuff on his face anyway, though. But and also we forgot about him. He went to old girl because he wanted his pals back.
He do want to puppet.
He wanted his pals back. But I'm not worried about that as much. I'm more worried about, like I said, of Mephisto's plan because he said, "I've been watching you. Your 1 in 1,000 mind, we can do great things." He want her specifically for some reason. I don't know what for though.
Hard tell with Mephisto.
He just likes to do that to
maybe
everybody.
with an army of freaky sex robots.
Now, but ultimately, I had said that before this series, I didn't like Riri and character and all that. I will say,
I still hate Riri's comic book character. That shit is still garbage.
Yeah, I ain't worried about the comic book.
like
For this show and for the MCU, I will say I do appreciate the character of Riri a lot more, but I don't like her because I hate her decision. So I'm gonna say like I appreciate the character. The character and acting is great work. I hate her decision because like, bitch, you actually sold your soul for AI. How freaking dare you? You sold your soul for AI. How freaking dare you?
Yeah, but I think that was the reaction they were going for.
They also gave her they gave her Peter Parker's role with Mephisto, even though Peter Parker already had his role.
Yeah, the one more day storyline.
One more day.
The one more day storyline.
Peter Parker, what he did with Doctor Strange is what he did.
I hate it. I hate that storyline.
Married and then everybody knew who he was, and it caused family problems. So he make a deal that everybody forget I was there married, and I can never be. And his sacrifice to Mephisto, which is still today actually, which caused
he can't be with Mary Jane.
Yeah, and Paul now married Mary Jane. He gave her powers, and Mary Jane's kind of Venom now. There's a lot of shit from this.
Yeah, I hate that comic book arc.
Don't forget Dylan Brock's Kodak's now.
Yeah, so Peter Parker married Mary Jane, had his happy life, and it got ruined.
Gave it all
he
away.
made a deal with Mephisto to make sure everybody forgets. And that
gave his daughter and everything. Who died peacefully.
Yeah, and the thing is that he'll never get with her again. That's the ceremony. That's what Mephisto does. So that's his thing. He gets off.
I mean, it's gonna be a wild ride whenever we get. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Some of these season 2s gotta be nasty. Daredevil season 2 gonna be nasty. Ironheart season 2 gonna be nasty. It's gonna be some nasty season 2. So, like, give it props. Like, these shows are coming up. But to be fair, like I said, the shows are almost like their own arcs or going down the God route. And the movie is pointing to a doomsday. So
they're still taking the time to tie them into the world at large, even though they are their own seperate stories. They're still taking the time to tie.
Even though this would be a far reach, they could stretch Black Panther to reach Riri as well if they just made Shuri come back to meet her.
She was literally the reason for low-key, the reason for Wakanda versus Atlantis. And
but that's what I'm saying, like, they could make Black Panther 3 and have Shuri come back to see Riri and just start to see some effects on her and stuff like that. Like,
I don't think they should. I think it should probably be Doctor Strange, to be fair.
I mean, no, it's gonna be strange. Like, I'm saying, like, if they just wanted to like keep us going with it until like they give us Strange 3 and Ironheart 2. Well, Strange 3 gonna have to touch on her because it's too much magic stuff. Strange 3 gonna have to touch on it. I don't know if they're gonna just have her connecting to it and just to be like, hey, like, we see you or whatever, but you're gonna have to continue the stuff on your own.
Spider-Man has to touch it sooner or later.
But I think they're gonna touch on it, but it's gonna be a while before we see that because they ain't even confirmed the Ironheart season 2 yet. So like, we don't know how they're gonna touch on it. I would assume it's gonna be a season 2 based on how y'all ended this off, but who
Yeah.
knows?
I just think she's gonna be part of Midnight Sun sooner or later, and then she's gonna be in another movie or show.
I mean, either way, they got to deal with this because there's a lot of open cliffhangers. Like you got to deal with Parker, you got to deal with freaking Joe, you got to deal with Riri and her choice, Mephisto going forward. There's a lot of holes that you ain't gonna really be able to do in just one movie that ain't even about her, unless it's like an Ironheart movie. Then yeah, or well, now they already canceled Armor Wars, so it's not gonna be that. I think they canceled Armor Wars.
I think they are doing Vision Quest.
So they gotta. It's gonna have to be something. Either they're gonna do season 2 of this, or she's gonna have to have her own movie with somebody else to help her through this mess. And either way, that's a lot of holes to cut through in like 2 hours with a whole nother storyline.
Sasha, you did your
They're probably
thing.
gonna do
I'm looking for you
shut
coming
up,
back.
Sasha Baron Cohen, yo.
Mephisto, boy. Oh my goodness.
I'm
and
like,
the bitch took the deal. She took the deal. Boy, I
bro,
still
he was
can't.
like, even Parker said in the episode, he was like, bro, did you change your accent? He like, that's what Mephisto does. He wherever you
Yeah, I was going to say he did change
like,
his accent.
I'm like, bitch, you just fought
His
Parker.
accent when he was talking to Riri is completely different from his accent when he was talking to Parker.
I'm so upset still. Like, bitch,
spoon though, that spoon scene, Tori, that spoon scene when he's spooning, you see his real face. I said, that's fire.
That was top tier.
At her, bitch. You knew, you just saw what he did to Parker, and your freaking ungreased behind just couldn't let your freaking AI go. Not your friend, your AI. You couldn't let that go, and you just had to be your solo way.
Let's be fair to her though. Let's be fair. Mephisto, he worked there. He started doing that little double voice. You know, you.
But I give him props. I give him props. He chose the right moment. He chose when she just got finished from an emotional battle, lost her AI friend, and put a grief-stricken version in front of her. He chose the right moment because at first she wasn't even gonna go for it, but he just chose the weak moment.
She said no, and he's like, I understand. Loss kills with time.
He chose the weak moment, bro.
He picked the spot and he executed.
But that's
why I'm mad.
It's a reason why he don't. It's a reason why Mephisto don't go after certain people. Listen, if Mephisto met Tony Stark wouldn't even Tony Stark at that point didn't believe in magic.
He doesn't have any.
Stark would have kept walking.
He would have been like, I don't believe in magic. Because if y'all remember earlier on Tony Stark, he didn't believe in magic.
Magic is just science that hasn't been explained yet, bro.
Yeah, so
Stark would have kept walking.
Came up with some bullshit. He would have been like, get the fuck out of my face. I'm the smartest
Stark
man
would have kept walking. He wasn't even about it. Stark would have kept walking.
Yeah, so he goes after people at their weakest moments. That's why you don't see him a lot. Except for when they
unfortunately, this makes me afraid.
This still comes to calling you have officially hit rock bottom.
But this makes me afraid because now I'm wondering if he was able to pull this on Riri, is he gonna take other victims in the MCU?
We also have to remember Riri is an 18-year-old child with a lot of weapons.
Well, I know that, but we got a lot of people in the MCU that's young right now. Like he could take more than one.
You know what? You're right.
There's a lot of them that's young.
Of heroes, there are a lot of easily influenced characters about now.
Like, bro, I can't even hold you. Let that man roll up to like. If he'd have got to Wanda, if he'd have got to Wanda before Wanda died, Wanda would have gave in.
True.
She'd have gave in.
I don't think he would have touched Wanda because she another guy's project. That's the problem.
Bro, Wanda was already crazy over kids that she didn't even.
She's another guy's project.
She was already crazy over kids that weren't real.
They typically don't mess with each other's projects. Those dark dimension guys. And she's
like we don't know. We don't know who was over Wanda though.
The one who, unless he wrote the Darkhold, which means he already had her. Whoever wrote the Darkhold.
Yeah, I was going to say if Mephisto wrote the Darkhold.
The magic did look similar.
Well, it could have been him, and he already got it. He don't need a trope if he got the.
If you look at the circle on the ground and the color of the magic did look similar to Darkhold. I immediately thought that when they covered her suit, it looked like Darkhold magic.
And if it's old boy, they don't typically mess with each other projects. So.
But it did look like Darkhold magic because it had the same flow, look, and even the circles were similar. But I'd have to go back and look at the circle that Wanda was sitting in when she did the whole Darkhold thing during Multiverse of Madness. But if that circle is similar to the one they were using, that's all Mephisto. That means that man has been around since the beginning of Phase 4.
I would like them to do random callbacks like they did in Loki. Just random shit that happened earlier. Like Mephisto's involved. Like, oh, shit.
That shit worked for Loki.
We shall see.
But he's a great character to have in MCU because you don't directly have to fight him and he can just stay around.
I was gonna say Mephisto's a very good background player to have in the.
By the way, y'all know what's coming, right? They basically told us. Y'all know what's coming.
What?
These nuts.
These nuts coming is crazy.
Yeah.
But Ghost Rider and Midnight Sun.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mephisto.
That's gonna be the only way they're gonna probably deal with Mephisto well is introducing Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider is his main project. So
they're gonna have to. They doing Mephisto. They probably gonna introduce Ghost Rider, who is gonna have to deal with him because Ghost Rider can deal with Mephisto to some degree.
Him making the deal with Riri made me think back to like the Cosmic Ghost Rider line. Like we've had an Iron Man be a Ghost Rider before.
They have, but like on Iron Man, they can put Ghost Rider in and deal with Mephisto. Though it's gonna be wild. If they do a Ghost Rider Mephisto movie, it's gonna be wild.
He brings back Natalie for her, and then fucking the deal's done. But then this Natalie gets into trouble, and he's like, "Well, if you want to save her or be able to do this, I'm gonna need you to take this spirit of vengeance upon yourself and go forth." And now we got Cosmic Ghost Rider. If that's the case, I don't think that's what they're gonna do. I'm just saying. They
do the spirit of vengeance on Riri and take over their suit.
So please take it easy on me in the comments.
Spirit of vengeance on Riri and take over their suit.
I'm saying that could happen.
Oh well, I'm done. Either way, I'm mad at Riri, but great show. I don't know where I'm gonna rank it at in the show, but it's easily top 10. I just got to see if it reaches number 5.
It's not better.
I agree with
you. Like I said, we're not counting the top 3 shows, but it might reach 5. I'm gonna have to think about it.
I don't know. Look, there's some good ones, but it's definitely top 10.
It's definitely a top 10 show. That heel turn at the end of episode 6 is probably one of the best turns in the MCU.
Yeah, it was a good switch.
Everybody was expecting not to take it. That was the cool thing. And then the way Ryan Coogler shot it, when you showed her in the future, like she gonna take it. I'm telling y'all, she taking the deal. You're like, no, she ain't. No, she ain't.
I ain't gonna lie, he had me because I was sure like she ain't gonna take it. I'm like, she ain't gonna take it. Man, they hugged her and showed that freaking vein coming up. I was like, oh, she took the deal. Oh no. I was skipping through the credits. Trying to see like, okay, please tell me you faked me out. Tell me you faked me out. Skip through the credits and they showed the other bit. I'm like, no. Oh shit. No.
But
dang you, Riri.
By the way, it's amazing how many people hate something they didn't watch. It's still amazing.
Yeah, but bro. Hating some shit you didn't even take the time to watch is diabolical.
And then just making claims about the show without knowing what it was is crazy to me.
Well, hell, I showed you guys the review bombs when the first 3 episodes came out. It was crazy.
It done shot up now, though. So shout out to that.
Yeah, they've evened out, and it would as people actually watch the show. It evened out.
So like the overall scores for it are actually quite good right now. It's just after that, and once you get past episode 1, which I know episode 1 is probably the worst episode. It's a little rocky because it's slow starting and some other stuff. But once you get past episode 1 and get to the end, where you see like Natalie's the AI and stuff, and you get invested past that, show fire.
What's the next show? Wonder Man?
Probably. I don't even know of another actual show.
Wonder Man.
No, they've got Eyes of What. I know they've got an animated show with Eyes of Wakanda.
Where's the show? Wonder Man.
They're doing Eyes of Wakanda, which is animated.
I don't really count anime.
But okay, I was going to say I don't know whether to count.
Wonder Man comes in December, so I think it's Wonder Man be the next show.
I don't know if I want to watch Wonder Man.
I think it's just one show though, special.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I will then.
Yeah, but
we shall see.
Get another black superhero. And maybe it'll be important, but I don't know. These shows been really separate from because I don't think we seen a few. We did see Captain the Marvels. You saw 2 TV show characters, but for the most part, you haven't seen. And the TV show's been going after gods. We didn't see all the Egyptian gods. We have seen Death. By the way, she played an amazing Death. I'm like, y'all picking the characters look like they should be on big screen.
Yeah, they have done some really good casting in the MC with these shows. Anyway.
Yeah, a lot of these actors are gonna have futures and other things real soon.
But Sasha Baron and the old girl from Aubrey.
Yo, I still can't get over the fact that with Sasha Baron Cohen.
We told Afro that before the show. He's like, what? I don't know who I'm
I really didn't. I didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
And I'm a Borat Negro. I love Borat, yo.
But he did look a lot different in this show, which was amazing.
Yo, the mullet. But now that I think about it, I think back to like they did a close up on his mouth, and yeah, that's Borat. The teeth give it away.
By the way, I like the fact they played this. Since I like you, Riri, I'll let you call me Mephisto. And then they had the dark song playing, and everybody got hyped. And they were like, what the fuck this supposed to mean to me? What that supposed to mean to me? I don't know.
The fact she was like, well, who the fuck? Okay, I mean, I'm glad you told me your name, but like let's make a deal.
Like, we don't even know who you. Nobody knows who you are, bro.
We don't know you.
We know Dormammu.
We know Dormammu, brother.
Even though I like the fact that he laughed at Dormammu and said he can't wipe my shit.
Yeah, I would say. But if we're being honest,
and it's so true. It's so true.
Almost
Dormammu ain't got nothing on Mephisto. They ain't lying about this.
9 times out of 10, fucking Mephisto is hoeing Dormammu.
He ain't lying. He's like, oh, Dormammu, boy, please. You got a whole other rank we dealing with.
But to be fair, he has an access to the real world where he get most of his power.
Yeah, that's true. Dormammu can't fucking corporeally interfere like fucking Mephisto.
But Mephisto went to Dormammu where the way they work, Dormammu is like ultra powerful and can't be.
Yeah, well, okay, yes. If Mephisto went to the dark dimension to face Dormammu, Dormammu could probably win. But I don't see Mephisto being dumb enough to try and face Dormammu in the dark dimension.
Same thing with Nightmare. If you go into those gods,
But Nightmare is another one. Nightmare can come to our dimension though and still fuck up the show.
You know, I think he's limited more than Mephisto. I think Mephisto has the most influence. That's power though.
He's got the most free reign.
But that's because his power is like linked directly to like ambition.
Yeah,
Nightmare, if people stop going to sleep, like Dormammu have no link to the world at all. So you have to he just try to make somebody do some crazy shit to do it. But that's the episode.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, that was a very good episode. I appreciate y'all for watching though.
Oh, wait. Episode 6, 1 through 10, gentlemen, before we go.
The ending basically saves everything. The ending probably carries it to 8 alone. So I'm gonna leave it at like an 8.
I agree because I'm not gonna lie, the fight scene was they had two moments.
But the middle finger, bro.
I like the fake out. I'm gonna be fair. I like the fake out. That fake out of that hologram when I thought she got shot, they did hella good on it.
Yo, what a tweet.
And then she
hit that fake out was good. But other than that, the fight wasn't really nothing to write home about. The fake out was good and the ending carried. So I give it an 8 just for those two things. Everything else is
I agree. Look, I'm just because I don't want to be the complete. I give it like an 8.5.
I give it about an 8. I did the pull car up. We did it in our garage like Iron Man, and then it was all right.
Yeah,
you don't know why half them people showed up. I'm like, why is this kid here?
Hey, black people.
Like I said, there's a whole bunch of happy-go-lucky moments to make everybody feel good before we make it. I
brought this little boy some apple juice, some coffee for the hoes.
That's all it was.
Riri, you went to the ops.
Yo, but at least she didn't end up with the white man. So, yeah.
She did end up with the white man. The white man just is an immortal thing that goes from now on, but it's still a white man. It's just Baron Corbin instead of being.
Baron Corbin, Sacha Baron Cohen. Don't do Baron Corbin. Poor Baron Corbin. Yo, WWE rehire Baron Corbin.
Yeah, she just went to a different white man.
Sacha Baron Corbin, brother.
She just went to a different white man. That's all it is. Different white man.
I'll fuck with Sacha Baron Corbin more than Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh my gosh!
Shout out to it. I hope y'all enjoyed the episode.
Nigga have wrestling.
Are you, Riri?
It'll be short throughout the week. I appreciate y'all. We will be back for Superman. It's coming out July 11th. So we will be out there. I will also be making a solo episode when I compare Parker and Riri and why they are so similar. So that'll be out. And also I'll probably do an episode comparing all the elder gods and gods that they have shown now.
Darn you, Riri.
do we get the one below all? Because we allegedly Spider-Man is getting Savage Hulk now. The him and Spider-Man.
I was about to say we need an actual Hulk. We need an
That's
actual
gonna be
Hulk
nasty.
storyline before we can introduce.
Why is it the Punisher and Spider-Man fighting?
Well, now we got to deal with Hulk's son right now before we get anything really worthy of Hulk.
Yo, the most horrible rendition of Scar ever.
Got to get him and She-Hulk out the way.
Well, there's a bunch of rumors going around. We'll see it ain't even filmed yet, so I don't know how they got these rumors, but maybe. But we'll see. I appreciate y'all. Murray, what can they find you?
Well, you know, it's your boy Monray Hudson. Everywhere it says Monray Hudson. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, as it still exists. And, of course, on Make It Make Sense, the podcast on Saturday. Talking stuff, diddler, freedom. What does it mean? See you for us next time.
Afro Comedy, what can they find you?
Of course, you can find me at Afro Comedy 765 on all platforms. You can, of course, catch me Tuesdays for Monday Night Raw reviews, then Wednesdays for the Blurred Cartels Roundtable, which we just did in honor of the Diddler. We did which anime villains are beating the charges. So that episode is coming to you soon. Of course, tomorrow, Thursdays, you can catch me on Casual Conversations with Zelma and Ebony Moonbeam having a casual conversation. Of course, we will be speaking on the Diddler's freedom, amongst other things. I feel like that's probably going to be the majority of the episode, though, is talking the Diddler case in the aftermath. And then Fridays, you can catch me on Friday Night You're talking wrestling with the amazing Spider Cam and Jamel. And yeah, we're going to give you our predictions probably for Evolution. And we're going to talk about Hikaleo, just regular wrestling nonsense. And then Saturdays, you can catch me on Make It Make Sense, the podcast, making it not make sense. You know the vibe, something flagrant, something inflammatory.
Yep.
I'm going to be talking a lot about Diddy. I'm going to be talking about Diddy tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about Diddy Friday.
Yeah, I would say we're about that, yo. We got to end off Diddler right, brother. We've made it through 8 weeks at Diddy talk, and he beat the charges, yo.
I'll be that news. We'll also be having a late night live call.
Oh, you gonna get Ruby to come out of retirement?
Yes.
Or are you going at it solo?
No, Ruby will be out of retirement.
Oh snap, yo. The return of I'll Be That News.
I'll be at 11 Eastern call-in show where everybody can get their opinions off, whether you think that flying girls out is the same thing as paying people to go across the thing and do it, because I've been seeing it coming through. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Peace.